Hey everybody, it's now time for the second part of my salute, praise, and defense of the real life superheroes and my rant on real life superhero RLSH haters, and I also briefly talk about my real life superhero I also talk about I briefly talk about my real life superhero life, which started in 2007. However, I didn't get serious about the movement until this year, 2022. Yeah, to see the original version, the link will be in the description box below. This is the remake as a real life superhero. So, with that being said, let me get started right now. Like I said, I've been watching multiple videos from a YouTuber called Keyboard Musician, who has several rants on fraudulent people in the brown and Afro-American people's community. He mostly rants on people like rapper and boxer Willie D, Dr. Umar Johnson, Dr. Umar Johnson, Dr. Umar Johnson, and Tyreek Nasheed, and many more. But those are the big three. The links to his channel will be in the description box below. But one interesting thing he said was all of these lame wannabe pro blacks. They're always making webcam videos similar to this, talking about all of the tragic and bad events that happen in the world, and make you sad and angry about it, and have you join their movement, which is a movement meant to combat white supremacy, but they're not actually really doing anything except talking about various past and current events that have or bad things that happen, and telling you to donate donate them. So pretty much you're just making videos begging for and asking for money. That is all that they are doing, and no one on YouTube was ever calling these fraudulent people out to this day. Patrisse Cullors, the former leader of Black Lives Matter, she and her friends defrauded the people of $92 million. Defrauded the people of $92. To this day, she defrauded the people, and to this day, only the so-called sellouts and Uncle Toms have stepped up to try and confront her, but no actual pro-black, no actual activists will confront Patrisse Cullors about the money she technically stole. She defrauded people out of $92 million, used it to purchase lavish mansions, didn't give any back to the Afro-American communities, or the victims of the various riots, the victims or the so-called victims of the families whose sons, daughters were killed by police officers. She didn't do that. Instead, she spent it on mansions and a bunch of other things. She even promised that she would create a sacred place for an arts and craft place for Afro Americans, and she never did. She never did. Not to mention, when she got her place, she was supposed to be so pro-black. She didn't even hire an actual Afro-American, an actual brother. She hired white people to be security. She hired white people to be security at her place, and yeah, she hired white people to be security at her place. And then when Candace Owens, another Afro-American, came on her to confront her about what did she do with the money, what did she do with the money, and why she spent it on mansions and stuff instead of spending it on instead of giving it back to the communities. Why did she do that? She called security and did a video playing the victim, saying Candace Owens was trying to disrupt the movement and was trying to trespassed on her property and was trying to attack her. Candace Owens, a pregnant woman, was trespassing on her property, trying to attack her. Yeah, but what I'm getting at is no one called them out. Instead, these idiots, these people, they're more concerned with Candace Owens and Kanye West wearing a stupid White Lives Matter t-shirt. This is why I will never support Afro-Americans. I will never support Afro-Americans on anything. The time every Afro-American, no matter what you are, sellout, coon, Uncle Tom, conservative, Democrat, wherever you stand, when it came to this incident, this woman defrauding the good people out of $92 million, this was the one time everyone should have came together. But nope, and that's why I will never support what's his name. Now, how does this relate to the real life superheroes? Well, the real life superheroes, they're out risking their lives every day. Helping people, doing what they can to help people, and are making a difference in their community. Yet they get mocked, bashed, and ridiculed. While once again, you have people like Willie D, Umar Johnson, Tariq Nasheed, and Latrice Colors, people like them. They just sit all day talking into a webcam, telling you to give them money. Then once again, they use the money to pay their bills for various other stuff. They don't give any, they don't donate to any charities. They don't give money anywhere. Willie D, when Patrice Colors was exposed when the Black Lives Matter were exposed as fraud, he had no problem with it. You know why he had no problem with it? Because he did the same thing. Because he did a similar stunt. He did a wire fraud stunt in 2009 and 10. That's why he doesn't have a problem with it, because he's the same fraudulent human being as Patrice Colors. And Keyboard Musician was the only one to call these people, call him and call the other people out, because there are people who consider those people I just named, there are people who consider these people heroes. Actual heroes. No, the real life superheroes, those people you saw in the picture, the Crimson Fist, Symbiote, Dark Garden, and the New York Ronin Team, Good Samaritan, Impact, Jaguar, Ekong, Orange Wombat, Mercy, and the Warden of the Bay Coast Guardians. That's their team called. Fallen Boy, Freedom Fighter, Knight, MDM Moxie, Hawk Flash, the Extreme Justice League, the Master Legend, one of the oldest superheroes alive, Shadow Patriot. These are real life superheroes. These are heroes. These are real life superheroes. They're in their areas. Each person involved with that superhero movement, the real life superhero, is doing what he or she can to help their community, whether it's patrolling the city, pretty much costumed neighborhood watches, pretty much the same thing as neighborhood watch, only they have a costume. They have a costume with various they have a costume on. And looking out for crime. That's my favorite. Patrolling area, looking out for crime. When you see crime, getting your cell phone, get in contact with the police, and yeah, that's how you fight crime in real life. Then you got people making fun of them, for all the detractors who make fun of that. That is how you fight crime in real life. For people who say, they won't get in the criminal's face. Actually, I won't do that, but the other people have gotten their attention and not only gotten their attention, but gotten their face, but threatened them, telling them, yeah, you won't sell drugs here, you won't do criminal activity, here. And of course, they're not. But other than that, they're not gonna get in their face or try to fight them, because even if they're criminals and you go up to them, you can't. Even if they're criminals, you can't just walk up to them and start beating them up, start beating them up. That is a vigilante. There's nothing wrong with being a superhero, but involving yourself in a crime and trying to prevent the crime, you are practicing vigilantism, which is against the law. Being a vigilante is against the law. Even though that's what I am. That's what I am and want to be. But yeah, you can't just walk up to people and start beating people down. You don't fight them unless they attack and fight you first. You go to that place, you pull out your phone and you call the cops. The superheroes, since they had teams, they did that, but before that they were able to convince the people to stop what they're doing and go back to where they came from. They came from because they had groups of people. Me, who right now is just me, I've finally found a website where a lot of the real life superheroes hang out. I finally found a website, Instagram. However, now a lot of these people are in different parts of the country and world, and it's a matter of planning a task force mission where I go all the way to where they are, or they come all the way here. And that is how it's done in real life. That's how it's done in real life. You can't just go up to people and beat people up. Next, real life superheroes. The crime fighting, the patrolling and actual crime fighting part. That is my favorite part. That is my favorite part, and the part I am most concerned with. Number one. But there's also other things. There's charity and outreach, such as passing out food supplies to the homeless, or the third one, which I use sometimes. I really don't like doing this, but I want to be like my real life superhero champions on the internet, and that is picking up trash, cleaning up, community service, picking up trash, cleaning up. So yeah, it's about using your abilities, supplies, whatever you have, to help people and make a difference in the world. That is a real life superhero. But for me, I'll do all that when I'm in the position to. But right now, number one is crime. Number one is getting criminals off the streets. So yeah, my real life superhero career officially began in 2007. Like I said in plenty of videos, this is where I crafted the costume and gimmick, which I still use elements of to this day. To this day, I have multiple costumes and gimmicks, and 5 superhero names, with one being my actual name, Douglas Blair Roberts. When I go into conversations with people, and even in the intro of various videos, I always introduce myself as my full name, Douglas Blair Roberts. Douglas Blair Roberts here. Yeah, if you know me on Facebook and Instagram, you've seen or heard me talk about my other superhero names. But yeah, and this is like I said, this is one of my costumes. Forgot the skinny jeans sweatsuit with the zipper, gloves, shades. Right here is my COVID mask. COVID mask that I put over my face, when I feel sick. Um, I mean, when my sinuses start bothering me or when I have to sneeze, and yeah, though, and without the hood. Usually you saw me without the hood, but usually I wear the hood, and I almost forgot it right here. I started in 2007. Since crime really happens where I used to stay or where I am now, it's mostly me doing simple good deeds here and there, such as number one, protecting 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 the neighbors and various innocent people from various animals, particularly wild dogs and my dog. That's number one. I do this every day. I was inspired to do this when I read a new MSN article about a woman being mauled and attacked by a bunch of vicious pit bulls. So yeah, and this is the crime. People being attacked by dogs or animals is one of the crimes I will most likely encounter before I encounter a real actual drug dealer or any form of criminal. So yeah. Next was one time when patrolling in 2011, a guy was riding his bike. A guy was riding his bike and dropped his keys, and I picked up his keys and went after him and gave them to him. Gave it to him. There were others, but my biggest deed was in 2019. Before I came all the way out to this part of Georgia where I used to stay. A woman, one day on the way back from the store and patrol, I saw a woman in yoga pants and a trench coat looking lost, and she approached me, asked me, do I have a phone? Now I was originally gonna say no and just walk off, but I trusted her and believed that if I help her, the kindness will be returned by someone else in the future. And I was partially right. Well, anyway, so I helped her get it. Yeah, she was stranded in my part of town by her boyfriend with nothing. But I managed to call her. I gave her my phone. I let her borrow my phone and allowed her to call someone to come all the way to where we were to pick her up and take her back to where she needed to be, to where she needed to be. So yeah, that's pretty much what I do. When it comes to people around here, even though I like being a real life superhero, they don't really need a real life superhero. Every problem I've encountered around here, people have for the most part taken care of. But yeah. So yeah. So yeah, what else? So yeah, and once again, what inspired me to enter the real life superhero movement was failure in school and failure in life. Now, I didn't actually fail school. If I failed school, I wouldn't be able to apply for the various job and career opportunities I've been trying to do for the past decade. Because all those jobs except for one, at least requires that you finish high school. That I finished and graduated from high school. I, however, just did that. I got good grades, did my schoolwork just to play sports, and graduate from school and for other reasons like self-pride. but I didn't do anything really when I was in school. I didn't really do anything to prepare myself really for the real world. So I had dreams, goals, but didn't have much of a plan. Then when I got a plan, when I got plans, my plans ended up being changed, and my plans didn't go as planned. And towards the end of my high school tenure, I didn't think I would graduate because I struggled with the graduation exams, particularly the writing and science. I eventually passed the writing, but I never got around to passing the science until the summer after high school graduation, the summer after high school, following high school graduation, where I took a bus to Stone Mountain High School, where all the other people from the school, the DeKalb County school area where I went to school, DeKalb County school area, went all the people who didn't pass the graduation test. So I went there, and I went there after taking the test multiple times and coming real close. Finally, I did everything differently, and it worked, and I finally ended up passing the science portion. But this had ramifications. I was forced to sit out of college. I was forced to sit all of 2008 off college and couldn't start till 2009. And there's just been several other bad things and mishaps since. Also, relationship trouble, issues and differences with my family, and various problems with females that I'm still feuding and beefing with to this day. So yeah, and just when you get older, life just becomes more and more depressing. That like nothing like really excites me. When I find something exciting, it'll excite me for several minutes or even several hours or a couple of days. Then I'll be right back to the rut and depressed state I was in before I entered that excitement. Or when there is something exciting, it will always come to an end. And so yeah, these inspire me to enter the real life superhero movement. Like I said, I started in 2007, but I didn't get serious about it until 2022. From 2007 through 21, I occasionally went out and I occasionally patrolled, but not as much. And I didn't always bring my cell phone with me, the most important weapon. Weapon. I don't have it yet, but I carry air fresheners, and pepper spray, which is meant to spray people in the face with, which will distract them long enough for me to come with the attack. And pepper spray will temporarily blind someone, allowing me to come in for the attack. I don't have that yet, and I carry three sticks, 2 small ones and 1 large one for a stick martial arts combo, for a single triple martial arts combo, and I have several signature attacks, and my costumes and clothes and stuff are also a badge for, just in case I encounter real criminals. It's a badge for them to get out there, because I'm coming there. I'm coming to snitch on you and stop you from doing what you're doing. And just in case one decides he or she wants to rob me, well, they're in for a long night, because you can tell from the way I look. I don't look like a guy who's going to go down easily. So and I fear this all the time, unless they can shoot me from a distance, like a drive-by or sniping me. Yeah. So far I've been racially profiled by other Afro-Americans. I've been mistaken numerous times for a drug dealer. At one time, one time I got banned. I got temporarily banned from a Family Dollar store because of the way I was dressed. But other than that, yeah. So yeah, I patrol my neighborhood and cities, and yeah, hope to patrol the rest of want to patrol the rest of Georgia and eventually the world. First the rest of Georgia, then the rest of the country, then the world. So yeah, this has been my salute and praise of the real life superheroes. There will be various videos saluting and praising the real life superheroes individually, me talking about their accomplishments and what I like about them, and me doing my list, my favorite and best real life superheroes. So once again, to see the original, the links will be in the description box below. One more thing before I go. Yeah, I took the other, these are not actually real life superheroes, but I grouped them together with the real life superheroes. I took the child predator and pedophile hunters out of on this video. I want to pay tribute to them separately. But in my previous real life superhero, I include the child predator and pedophile hunters in with this video. So yeah, that's that. You want to hear the rest of the music? Turn the video off right now.